Hello everybody, my name is Aveditas Capital. I hope you're doing all alright. So 3 days before Christmas holidays. I hope that you can enjoy the time with your family. I'm pretty doing that. So this week I was journaling a bit, or just looking at my journal over the last 5 months that I created, and looking at my stats on trading. So how many winner trades I took over the last 5 months, how many loser trades, and I'm doing pretty well. So yes, today we will go over the trades that I took this week. Also, 2 swing positions that I currently have on perp positions. I will also like to talk about my spot positions, since I have one spot position where I'm very bullish on over the course of the next 12 to 18 months. So yeah, let's start now with an weekly outlook for Bitcoin, what I'm currently thinking about. So as I mentioned on my last video, I wanted to see here a retest over the 30,900 area. We didn't get it, but we had like a good breakdown to this 40,000 area. I think at my last video we were around that area, maybe a bit higher. But what we have seen since then is that 40,700 area has held till now as a massive support, or as a greater support compared to other areas. So you can clearly see that here on those absorption wicks that you can see here. So that looks pretty good. Till now, maybe that was the correction that most people were looking for. So that's the market. You don't get the correction to the obvious areas where everyone is looking at. So most of the times you get like corrections to areas where nobody's looking at. So we came here to this 41,000 area. Yeah, there was no problem, because I didn't even trade Bitcoin this week, since I think on the altcoin you can get a much better price action, or a much better risk reward ratio compared to Bitcoin. So the main idea that I have currently for Bitcoin, since we are now getting to this range highs around this 44,600 area, so this is also a macro resistance, as I told in my last videos, since this 44 area is here the higher composite area of our macro range that we have built from January 2022 till May 2022. And till now, it seems to hold as a resistance, as I mentioned also last weeks ago, or 5-6 weeks ago, where Bitcoin was around this 37 area that I was talking about on my timeline, that if Bitcoin breaks above this 37,000 area, we are going to get to this 44,600 area, and it would act as a massive resistance. That's what we got till now. So I didn't capitalize the short side of things, because the trend is to the upside, and well, shorting is a very technical play as a trader. So I'm not currently shorting this. I shorted many moves here down this area, so that move from 37,000 to 35,000 I shorted very nicely. Here on this composite I didn't short anything. So what I'm looking at Bitcoin is we hopefully get here to this resistance one time again, and what the obvious scenario could be that we get above this area, this 44,600 area, and we may get to this 45,000 area, so that many longs or many late longs will get into the market and think, okay, we are now breaking out. And then I would like to look at the order flow, looking if the buyers can consistently move the price higher. If I can't see that, then that would be a trigger for me to short around this 44,600 area. So then I would have a very nice invalidation zone around this 44,300, and then I would target the lows at around here, this area, 41,000, 40,000. So here you could get a nice 4 or 5 R trade. So these are my plans for Bitcoin over the next week. We can also, that's also a possible scenario that now we are currently building here a smaller distribution zone around this lower 44,000 area, and maybe that could lead now to lower prices. So I don't have anything clear now to short the market. The high probability scenario for me would be around this 45,000 area. So now let's get on to the trades that I have currently open. I have now one leverage position open. It's on Ethereum. That was also the idea that I had last week ago, where I looked for a swing play on Ethereum. So I put also on my first trade, it was also around this 2,160 area, but I closed, or I put my stop loss on the entry, and then it also got I got stopped out since the market came here to this 2,130 area. So I put my bids around, again, this 2,160 area, and yesterday we had a flash crash where we came to this area, and then we broke out of this area very nicely. So I will hold this trade to 2,500, since if we look to Ethereum BTC, we can see that yesterday we have built, let's go to the weekly chart, we have built a lower, we have built the low for the year, and it's not the low of this macro range that we have built in Ethereum BTC, but we are now currently at the lows. And looking at my timeline on Twitter, many think that Ethereum is dead, that Ethereum will not have a run. And I think looking at the sentiment now over Ethereum, I think now it's a good time to swing long this coin. So that's my main idea on Ethereum. No, not Ethereum. So yes, I'm looking here for this 2,500 area. If we get above the 2,500 area, I see the probability is very high that we get to this 3,200 area. So it's the same as with Bitcoin. Here we also have on Ethereum the range, the macro range between January 2022 and May 2022, and the range high is around the 3,200 area. So why should not Ethereum do something like Bitcoin and get very quickly above that 44,000 area? So yes, that was my Ethereum position that I have currently on. Next, I would like to talk about some swing longs with low leverage that I'm currently in. Here, one of those is ICP. I'm currently also underwater in this position, but I have like 2x leverage, so not that much. And I'm looking to add to this position. I think since we had here this breakout from that macro range that we have built over the last 1.5 years, I think this is very bullish for ICP. And yes, my stop loss is around this $5 area, so it's a 40% move to the downside. I don't see it. There could be a chance that we get such a massive correction, but I think if we get such a massive correction, then the whole market would bleed massively. So yes, I have some bids that got filled around this 921, 935 area, so around that. So my entry price is around 921, something like that. And I have here some bids around this 840, 820 and 8.85 or something like that. So if we get a crash on most altcoins, then I think this could be the area where ICP will bottom. Then I could get like an entry price of around 880. So I think the risk reward for the next weeks is pretty nice for ICP. So I'm looking to take profit on this position around this $15 area. Same as with Ethereum and Bitcoin, ICP also had the macro range from January 2022 till May 2022. Range low was around $15 and range high around $23. So I think these are very plausible areas to take profit. And yes, that's my ICP position, my swing long. So this could be a play. If I get it right, I would bank very, very big. So yeah, it's like in the 5-figure section. But I'm just waiting currently for this play, since that play could take over weeks or maybe months. But I'm very pleased to wait for that. So yeah, that's my ICP position. Now we get to Ape. Ape is my second swing long. I also talked about this on the last video. I also am looking to add to this position around this 154 area. There are my last bids. My entry price is around this 160 level, and I'm looking here for a massive move to my first take profit is around this 280 area. So that's like an 60%, yeah, 70% move. And also my second take profit would be around this 465 area. So 200% move. Here I would also bank very big, also in the 5-figure section. And yes, if I get those two right, then I will take time off of trading, since those two trades will bank me a nice bit of money. But till then, I'm just looking to take less trades or less day trades. I'm just now looking more to swing long the market, since I think that now as a swing trader you will outperform the market compared to day trading. So yes, that are my current thoughts on the market, my current trade ideas that I have. If we look now at the funding rate, not funding rate, I mean yeah, funding rate, sorry, I got it wrong. If we now look at the funding rates for your perp positions, we can see that most funding rates are pretty high. So what is a funding rate? Easily explained, a funding rate is the sum that you pay. So since you have perp and spot, the spot coin, no, the perp coin leads the spot coin. So most of the times when you have a Bitcoin perp, it's higher than the spot coin. So that means that the difference must be paid between those two pairs, and that's the funding fee that you get. So if you have a Bitcoin that is priced in at currently $45,000, and your perp and your spot position is on currently priced in 40,000, then you need to pay the difference between those two. Well, that's a quite massive difference, but on most times you pay like a small fee of 0.0%. And if you look at the funding fees, and they are quite high, then you can see that perp players or perp traders are pushing the price higher, and that's most of the times bearish. And now of course it's more bearish since we are currently sitting around here this resistance. So now it's not a great time to look for longs on Bitcoin or maybe on most altcoins. it's better to be a bit de-risked. If you have some swing positions, just let them go over the next weeks. But on high leverage trades, you need to be a bit cautious. So yeah, that are my current market thoughts. I hope you like the music in the background. I think it's better for the videos if we have just a bit of music in the background. And yeah, I hope that you could get that you could learn something at my video. And I wish you all a very nice Christmas and have a great time with your family, with your friends. I will also the next 4 or 5 days look not that much on the markets. I will just have a nice time with my family and also with my friends. Also drink a bit of alcohol. You can do that if you like. So yeah, that said, I wish you all great Christmas, and then we will hear next week again. See you guys.